Hey guys, Latimer here. Something I've discovered over the years is that life as a full-time writer can quite literally be feast or famine. 7 years ago, I quit my job as an esthetician. If any of you are not familiar with that, it basically means you touch people's feet all day. I don't know to this day what I was thinking. Since then, I have basically been job hopping. Let's see. I've been an esthetician, obviously, a grocery store clerk, a floral clerk, somebody who worked in the bakery for a while. That was fun. I cleaned hotels. That was not so fun. Oh, and I worked for a big bookstore in the children's department, which was definitely hands down my favorite. So this means that in between all of these kind of smaller jobs, I've gone for months, sometimes a year plus, writing full time. Frankly, it's an insane way of life and I don't recommend it. If you can split your personality between your full-time career and your other full-time career, you should do it. Plus, hey, you have a lot less chance of starving. Right now, thanks to a particularly big project that I will be telling you guys all about later, I'm back to full-time writing. So hopefully projects as big as this one continue to come, and I will be able to say that I am a permanent full-time writer. And in the spirit of that, here are a few things I've learned about writing full-time. Tip number 1, take your craft seriously. I don't mean sit down and make sure you get lots written, which is very important too, but I mean actually sitting down and taking the time to teach yourself how to write. Particularly when I got to the editing stage of one of my latest projects was when I started to get really serious about how to flesh out characters and how to create a proper tension and stake. I was noticing certain things in my writing that continue to crop up every time I would do a new project, so I started to concentrate on how to fix them. So I would read blog posts and watch YouTube videos where more experienced writers than myself would explain how to do these things properly. Number 2, your time has value. I think the first couple times I tried to write full-time, I ended up spending a lot of my day on Twitter and Facebook, and it ended up really eating into my writing time. And it was only when I had to force myself to go back to work, something I thought of as this kind of awful, boring job, and I was really starved for writing time, that I realized how much I was taking for granted. This leads me on to point 3, which is the internet is not your friend. I've been really trying to distance myself from the internet. Not just because it is just a garbage fire of humanity right now, though that has something to do with it, but also because it is sucking away my valuable writing time. Number 4 is that setting a ritual is important. In the morning, I get up, I make myself breakfast, and during breakfast I read a couple chapters of whatever book I'm working on at the time, and this is great to get sort of creative juices flowing, and then I go straight to my desk and I get myself a cup of tea and I light a candle. Ooh, cranberry. Basically, I drink the tea, I smell the candle, and my brain knows, oh, it's time to write. Rituals may not work for everyone, but for a lot of people, they're highly effective to get you into a regular routine. And last but not least, number 5, saying no is okay. When I first started trying to make this work, this full-time writer thing, I thought I had to say yes to absolutely every project that came my way. This resulted in me doing a lot of things that was not necessarily up my alley, things that didn't pay well, stuff that I really ended up regretting saying yes to. So I started to learn to take into account that I can say no, for starters, and think about things a little more carefully before I jump on board. Some things you'll have to say no personally, like if a reader asks you for an interview, but on other projects, this is what having a literary agent can be really great for. If you don't want to look like the bad guy, you just say to them, hey, I just don't have time. Do you mind turning that down for me? So I am going to wrap it up here because there is so much more I could talk about as a full-time writer. I will definitely do another check-in, maybe things I learned as a full-time writer too. Hopefully this continues and hopefully I learn a lot more. So I'll probably be making another video on this in the future, fingers crossed. What about you guys? Are any of you full-time writers, or are you crazy like me, switching from job to job? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the WordNerds have our live chat, and we would love to see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.